for the little bit of delay, but it only heightens the anticipation, right, Avery?
Oh, absolutely. You've had time to think about what you're going to do in this game, how you're going to lane it, what you want to buy.
Do a little all chatting.
Of course, there was some all chat between these teams. All friendly banter. Amar the friendly, delivering.
As always.
As we always expect. Yeah. A lot on the line for Falcons in this game one. They got that Fury on the first pick. They're playing into Liquid's hand in theory. But if you win this game, then you put a lot of pressure on Liquid in that game too, draft-wise, to either deal with this hero, ban it out, or you just have an advantage for the series. And of course for ATF on his signature Timber. So I feel like every time he busts this hero out, I expect him to 1v5 the game, and if he doesn't, it's not just you lost the game, it's like a double blow, right? It's like I lost the game and I lost on my Timbersaw, which, you know, he probably feels he is immortal on. So
particularly since we've discussed for this year that there have been some issues when it comes to Amar in his pool right now. A lot of his best heroes are just not that valuable.
Oh, he's dead.
Got in the cogs, and he's just 100-0'd here. Liquid perform a long wraparound. Insania sneaks up the side and catches Amar slipping.
You got to be aware of these cogs level 1. They do a lot of damage when you get the bounces going, particularly if you ever run into them on your own. A really annoying spell to deal with early for these melee heroes, and a strong start for Liquid because that is first blood straight into Midgay's pocket. Would have rather had it on the Ember, but this is your second choice for sure. Wind Ranger is a nice hero to get early glove up on, extra stats. Universal hero uses it really well in the lane. Amar, let's see what he can get done, having to invest a little extra time to get TP down there. Morale loss, Austin, giving up that first blood so easily.
Early Shackles trying to deal with the trample that's going to be going on from Malrine. Best Primal in the world versus the best Ember in the world. We'll see a lot of little tips and tricks coming out of this, I'm sure. I like the Clockwork. When Clockwork's picked up, I was like, what is this hero doing here? And then I looked at the draft and I was like, okay, yeah, I can see it. Cogs is really effective against many of these heroes.
Not against protecting your couriers, I guess.
No.
They bleed both out to a Rubik here. That's pretty brutal, because Rubik is not usually a hero that affects the laning stage that much early on, particularly at the levels 1 through 3, where a lot of other supports are strong.
Yep.
Backgator. That up is nice.
Caught him out of position, but what a pickup there. From Snaking, it's not enough. The Blood Grenade did take him out in the end. Good attempt by Snaking, but not good enough, it seems.
Huge pickup here for Boxy. Start winning this top lane early. You have the first blood on the bottom lane. You're going to feel like you're coming out of this laning phase with a triple lane win if you're Liquid at this point. Falcons going to have to strike back here.
I wonder how, what is the interaction, you think, between drinking buddies and somebody inside of the cogs? If you're outside of the cogs, you pull that person. Do you think they actually get to the outside of the cogs, or they just bounce off of it?
Probably bounce, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm sure I've seen this at some point, but I assume you bounce off.
Because the bigger AoE cogs is really good, for example, against Nature's Prophet, because it used to be Nature's Prophet. You get him inside the cogs, he just sprouts himself, and he pops out.
You can't do that anymore.
Can't do that anymore. And if it counters the drinking buddies, and then it's going to be messing with the Timbersaw, messing with the Primal Beast, who's trying to get into the fight in the first place.
There's a lot of AoE disruption from this Liquid lineup. Brambles, Pit, Cogs, Chains. Miserable lineup to run into unless you have debuff immunity. Like BKB for Falcons is so good this game. You ignore a huge chunk of the control and damage. You have Hookshot, and you have Hookshot. I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to really stall at these BKB durations. So that's a big item timing for Falcons in this game, particularly if they get it on multiple cores. It's not guaranteed in this game. Like, you're probably getting the Primal BKB eventually. That's the guaranteed one. The Furion is the next likely, but Timber, Amar usually doesn't like to pick up the BKB on this hero.
Oh, that cog placement. That was nasty. Amar tries to go for it, bounces him out of the pool, and Lotus goes over the Clockwork. So I think it went to Liquid on both sides there. Yeah.
Nice little pick-me-up for them. Goes a long way on some of these cores with the strong early nukes like the Wind Ranger and the Underlord. Pretty even laning phase CS-wise across the board, though. Everybody's getting some farm right now. Might come down to who can abuse some of these pulls to reset the equilibrium a bit better. And if you're looking to make the mid-rotation, because both these mids could get rotated on, particularly aiming at that 6-minute power rune that you do not want to give to either one.
For sure. And both of them mobile enough that if you get that power rune, maybe you play for contest on the Wisdom Shrine. It could be something that has a bit of a snowballing effect.
Always have to think about it with Furion in these games as well.
Yeah.
You commit fully to one side, Skeeter's just going to sneak the other one, and then you can make the other play with some of the Falcon supports. Yeah, the stronger these side lanes go for the supports on either team, this game could snowball a lot based off that. So you do not want to be giving up freebies here. Falcons find equilibrium now. Some early kills, but they're not phased by it. Already putting in some work. Still fighting for these bottom camps, man. This has been a struggle for the Clock and the Rubik down here to try and get some creep control.
Big wave pushing into Nisha, but it seems like there's not too much Malorine's going to do about it. Actually, he activates the glyph for it. He wants to go for the kill, but the onslaught doesn't land. There's the TP rotation from Skeeter, and they've got the kill on Nisha. And Sania's going to be here to get the blood grenade turnaround, so it's not entirely free. Malorine still goes down, but it does mean Malorine will get the experience advantage over the Ember.
I actually like that play, because you're denying Nisha some extra XP off the creeps that you glyphed. You come in here with the Furion, it's an easy play for Skeeter to make. Extra XP for him, and he goes straight back top, so you're not losing anything. And this will guarantee that the Primal hits 6 before the Ember. Could be another play opportunity around this mid lane. You can line it up with the Pulverize. Probably won't have Furion TP for this, but you might. Nisha's a decent way off getting the Remnants up here. Definitely a window for Falcons to abuse if they can go back into this mid lane. I mean, you'd love to shut this Ember down early.
Got it.
There's that level 6 up for the Primal. He's just going to put the Pulverize straight into the Ember. Just deal some early damage here. But I guess that negates the all-in kill attempt before the 6 comes out.
Yeah, it's a little curious he chose to use it just for... I would get it if he was using it to like do damage to the Ember and push into lane, which would help him get the 6-minute rune, but it is going to be a split here, so we'll see if it rolls bottom or top. It is bottom.
What a rune, too.
Very lucky on that one, because if that haste rune goes to the Primal Beast, that is dangerous territory.
That's a good roll for the Ember on this mid lane. That is a haste that absolutely could have just taken your Wisdom Shrine away. Not a fun hero to contest when he's rampaging about with the max move speed. I might just signal Falcons to trade out the shrines here. It feels a little hard to make aggressive plays early with this Primal if you don't have power runes or help. Like, there's just so much control. It looks like they will trade it out here. Man, what an even laning phase across the board.
We saw the CS between the mid lane matchup. Net worth-wise, they're just within 100 of each other. I guess the standout is Mickey is doing the most free farming inside of this game. Little surprised. Pretty tough to pressure a carry Wind Ranger. Insania, he thinks better of trying to go for that a little engage. Okay, now he goes back into it and maybe regrets it. Gets hit by a big whirling death. Nothing too major, though. Should be able to walk it off.
Maybe the one standout factor in this early game is this Rubik. I think Crit has given a lot of solo time to Amar on this bottom lane. Timber is a hero that wants to get that ult up as soon as possible, especially for ATF, but his levels are lacking. And this is a tough support to be under-leveled on. Like, you're really dependent on the level 6 to find impact in the game. He did a little bit of stacking. It gets cleared up here by the Primal Beast, but again, that XP is getting split. You might have to give this Rubik mid for a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
except you're against this guy, so not the easiest lane to stand on either against the Ember, who just chips you down with a sleight of fist.
Yeah, look at him just getting all these denies, keeping as much experience out of Crit's pocket as possible. I mean, you've had your complaints about the Rubik, say he's a hero sometimes with no ultimate. What happens if you literally don't have an ultimate in some of the upcoming team fights? Boxy shows he's got a Shadow Realm to protect himself, so Malorine is not going to be able to grab on him. Nisha, slight chains, he gets grabbed.
Oh, everybody's coming to this fight.
There, yeah, gets knocked down to the low ground, he's stuck! Nisha cuts down the trees. They're okay for now. Saberlight joining in this fight is going to push the favor over to Liquid. The global potential is there on both sides. Nisha, meanwhile, he had a remnant out to be able to grab the shield rune at bottom. A sneaky play, so they went in on both sides of the river here. Does mean Mickey's left alone, and that is where the punish comes through from Falcons.
Really nice pickup there for Skeeter. He popped that ult that contributed mid, but he did not TP mid. He was holding it that entire time, seeing the fight develop. Didn't look that favorable, sends that move into bottom as well. Probably not something Mickey expected there. Only has 1 point in the win run. Not a lot of escape mechanisms for him early on. And another big pickup for Skeeter in this early game, propelling this Furion ahead. Smoke from Liquid heading into top. Gets scanned, however.
Yeah, they have the defensive high ground ward and this scan. Falcons have every bit of information you could ask for. Skeeter is already out of here.
I'd be curious to see if he just gates bottom too. Like, why not just gate and kill this Wind Ranger again?
That's kind of what I expected here, but
he's going to linger.
For some reason, yeah, he's lingering. He's playing the corner of the map, and the smoke just might break. Boxy's like, okay.
Yeah,
The hero's here, he teleports out.
He probably thinks he gated or something. That's the issue up here. That's a long smoke for Liquid. Yeah, they're going to gate it through bottom, try and make some counterplay onto the Timber, who they know is around here. But this is a big committal for this Ember, who had that shield rune. He still has it up. He has the urn. This is kind of the impetus for this play. They want to get the urn charges online for Nisha. Put this item to use.
Slight chain, Shackle on 2. Mickey with the focus fires, trying to break down Amar, but it's too much damage. He turns right back around with a big Trockum hit, and Amar's not done yet. Shield rune, Nisha is going to brave it underneath the tower to try and finish up. They get the kill, they got the vessel charge. That is what Nisha wanted all along, even if it comes at the cost of Mickey's life.
That doesn't feel good, though. Like, the fact Amar just goes in there, dices you up while you're the one getting the... That's a max level shackle. Like, that's a long duration shackle, giving you a decent amount of bonus damage off the Tangled. Not enough damage coming out from this Wind Ranger to put this Timber down, and the turnaround is quick for Falcons and other exchanges that they're happy with.
Ooh, crit. This is going to be unfortunate for him. Stumbles into a Cogs with the rotation from Saberlight as well, and the Ember is going to jump in here. Okay.
He's dead.
Can they go for more, though, really? This Timbersaw still tough to fight. Boxy on this high ground. Actually had a Lotus, so he heals a decent amount. Maureen and Snaking still trying to chase him down the Shadow Realm. He'll die inside of it. Now the Trocums, it's going to catch Insania as well. Big win for Falcons, catching 2. Well, they lost crit.
I feel like we're already seeing what Falcons plan coming into this series, right? They expect the fast gameplay. They want to be able to skirmish Liquid at Liquid's pace. They don't want to have heroes that are liabilities on the map, and they don't have a lot. I think the Rubik is the only real big one. But if the Rubik dies, then you get good trades out of it every time. They're happy with that exchange. Yeah, come online later with the Firestorm steal. This Furion global ability is matching the Underlords right now, and it's doing a lot of work for Falcons. Because Liquid are not gaining an advantage. You could say, well, this game's completely even. But if I'm a Falcons coach, if I'm AUI right now, and I'm even out of the laning phase against Liquid, I'm pretty happy with that.
Sure. Now just about maintaining that even pace.
I will say, a little surprised to see Underlord top of the net worth chart after all of this. Saberlight, I haven't talked much about him, but he's quietly had a pretty solid start here. He's joined a lot of these fights, has 4 points in the Aura.
Yeah, sadly, Tusk Furion can't really do much about the Underlord in lane, and then he got the free push onto the tower, so I assume he got the tower last hit. And then he's been joining in on these fights, and he hasn't died for it yet, so and that probably a decent amount of Siskel.
Atos already done for him.
Yeah.
So extra catch available for Liquid. Kind of a nasty Atos game because you just have so much follow-up for it. Like, you throw the Bramble down, you throw Shackle, power shot, pit him into the chains.
Long hook shot, gets grab onto the Primal Beast. Insania. Just trying to play for power runes here.
It's kind of a weird spell steal, not one you get a lot on Rubik.
No.
Not a bad one for this game, though. You can hook shot in, steal something else. Set up a quick little kill around the map.
Yeah, might just get a crazy initiation on a Boxy, who would normally be able to rely on Shadow Realm and a TP away in this situation. But Crit, with the hook shot steal, will deny that.
That's a value kill right there.
Boxy had no idea what was coming his way.
It's just not a spell you ever expect to have on this hero.
All right, the first step to be able to deal with all the muck that's going to be on the battlefield for the Primal Beast is the Blink Dagger. You can really get an onslaught initiation against the Cogs and against the Brambles, so...
What an interesting item choice. I actually would have expected it was just Blade Mail and...
Oh, and Mickey is so far forward here. He's going to get caught by this. Maureen, blink forward, gets grabbed, and he already used his Wind Run. There goes all of his mobility, burst it down, and Insania, he might just be the cherry on top, though. Nisha is here in the neighborhood. Too many heroes from Falcons. Once again, it's Falcons just bringing a blistering pace to this game.
They are playing this map really well. Just shutting down all of Liquid's moves. Liquid's biggest strength in this early game is the Vessel Ember. He's not even in this fight. He used an Invis rune, went triangle, found nothing. The play's happening on your carry. Too fast for Liquid to react. Just getting outnumbered on the map right now. And that's a third death for this Wind Ranger. Supposed to be a hero that maybe was tough for Falcons to gank in this early game. Early blink on the Primal. Can always catch him in the Wind Run. And there's just overwhelming magic damage. Not a fun early game for Mickey here. Yeah, we can see the frustration. This is a hero you want to snowball, and you want to get that Maelstrom, get a kill with the focus fire. Be off the map a little bit, get another kill with the focus fire. His tempo has just been shot. Falcons looking to take advantage of
Amar
it.
breaking the smoke. I mean, because the Vessel, they do have a chance to kill him. Still difficult, but close range with the Bedlam. Ooh, that was some hefty damage going out there. Amar got full kit out, and then the Wrath of Nature almost bursting down. Does manage to get 2. A double kill for Skeeter. Insania here too late, trying to play around the pit as best he can. Another hook shot from Crit, and now is still the Cogs.
Falcons firing on all cylinders here. They get that Ember kill with a Maelstrom proc off the last right click from Skeeter. Just perfect timing with the Pulverize, and they're starting to pick up some steam. I mean, they are bringing the heat to Liquid right now. I don't remember the last time it felt like Liquid were getting outnumbered and outskirmished.
Usually it's from Gaming Gladiators.
Yeah, it's been their MO in a lot of these series. I bet you they feel a little uncomfortable right now.
Oh, yeah.
And probably not the pace they expected out from this team, which on average has been a slower opponent for them that they can take advantage of. Right now, not the case. That is a full Mjolnir done for this Furion. 5-1 and 4 start for Skeeter. He is well ahead.
Big damage upgrade, but also even more lane shove, right? Wrath of Nature, but also the Mjolnir active on creeps. They just run down the lanes.
Well, the Mjolnir active on his 2 frontliners. Put it on the Primal, put it on the Timber.
Yeah.
That's a lot of reflected damage in this fight. Trying to get Nisha involved again with this Vessel.
He can't really win this fight, though. He's got to jump away. He's going to have to leave the kill to Insania and Saberlight. They will collect, but do they get out? Falcons, just like last time. They swarm in on all sides. They sandwich both Insania and Saberlight. Saberlight, nowhere to run to. Cut down by Amar.
You got to get out of here right now. That's a level 4 Firestorm Rubik, not the skirmish you want to take in this early game. You do get the big prize in that Fury, and I think Liquid will take that trade. But man, it costs you a lot of resources, and then straight back into this Ember. The pace just doesn't stop. Is he dead?
Almost dead? He's dead! Telekinesis chains the stun beautifully. Amar going after him here, hits the shackle shot, going to the terrorize with the Bedlam. They will burst him down. Crit.
Nice find.
He's coming in with the Firestorm. If he could get a telekinesis Firestorm, maybe, but no luck. Maybe on the other side, though. Furion's going to teleport in.
Ooh, that is the right spot, a little too late. Yeah. Man, this game is just back and forth. At least you get that Maelstrom focus fire connection somewhere in this early mid-game for Mikkei. That's an important one. And they have overwhelming single target burst. That is one thing Liquid are not going to lack until BKBs come out for Falcons. But the concern here is, did you give them so much in the early game that you're not going to be able to control this game enough before those big defensive items come out? Right. And that's what it's starting to feel like. We're seeing early Lotus on the Timber. Next item, BKB for the Primal. Skeeter, I mean, he's a Furion. He's going to be producing a lot of net worth here. You can get that BKB at any point in this game. You can go Dragonlance into that BKB. Could be here in the next 5 minutes. Those timings are going to be really difficult for Liquid to deal with, particularly if they're centered around taking Roshan.
Do you feel like their lineup is dependent on that? Like, if they don't get Roshan, are they in trouble?
I think it's going to hurt. I think you're going to see that net worth start to skyrocket for Falcons because you're going to be able to play so aggressive around the map, and you're going to feel invincible with some of these heroes that are shoving out the waves. Yeah, it's just going to be harder and harder for Liquid to make plays. You're going to have to execute it really well, like hook shot into shackle, into terrorize type deal, which is definitely something they're capable with. I mean,
is that under tower? Just on the edge.
It's on the edge. It's
okay.
They're good. These are TI champions,
of course.
Give them some benefit of that. Yeah.
We'd never seen a misplaced ward before.
not from a TI champion. That's why they won.
Lotus for Amar as his next item, trying to deal with the Vessel. I would have thought it was just a BKB rush for all 3 cores, honestly.
I think they are going to sync it up maybe better than you expect. The thing is, the Timber is just probably not going to buy one. Like, I just almost never see ATF buy that item on this hero. It's kind of like a last resort deal. I mean, you remember the games he was buying Manta for the Dispel over BKB. So it's just not an item he wants to buy. He'd rather scale harder, get items that either give him more armor or more mana regen to play with, because that's going to translate into damage. I'm resume here quickly.
Just go the Ags next.
Yeah, exactly.
Lotus Ags. And
the Ags is a better defensive item when there's no Dispel, and you're getting some extra mana capacity from it.
Sure.
But I think the other 2 BKBs will be here pretty fast. Like, this Primal is going to be here soon, and the Furion one. It's just a question of when does Skeeter want it in this game.
Yeah. I wonder how much this facet speeds up Wind Ranger's farming. I just saw him use the shackle shot on creeps. I imagine he's been doing that a fair amount.
It definitely helps. Most of it's still based off the Maelstrom, but
yeah,
you get like 40 damage per camp.
Yeah.
Not terrible. It does drain your mana a little bit. 100 mana spell.
Don't really have any mana regen built into this.
Searing Signet definitely helps with your farm rate here as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Nice pickup on these Maelstrom heroes.
Now we've reached a bit of a lull. BKB done for Malrine, though. Expect Falcons to make it go somewhere around the map here.
I mean, they're the ones controlling the tempo in this game so far. They have some decent item timings here with that Lotus done on the Timber plus the BKB Primal. They can make some aggressive plays, whereas Nisha is still looking for this Mage Slayer. I'm just not sure how this item build's going to work out for him in this game, because he's 1-3 right now. He hasn't found a lot of snowball action. And Vessel Mage Slayer, again, into the early Dispel items, doesn't sound fun.
Two-man smoke up. Here comes the move. Malrine and Snake King leading the charge, and a Furion teleport to come in. They can catch Nisha and blow him up.
Oh, they would love to target him
Probably
first.
a great start to a team fight. Smoke's gonna break, though. And no immediate scene. The ward behind the tower is doing some work here, but he still got the grab on the Ember Spear. Do they burst him down? Bump him? Terrorize comes out, and he's able to get the jump away to his Remnant. He's good for now. Crit trying to catch him. Firestorm doing a bit of damage. Man, Snake King even. He's got some farm. He's got a Blink Dagger.
All that early fighting. I mean, he has 0 deaths in this game. Adds up. Fight for the Power Rune. Doesn't spawn. Went for the chains instead of the Firestorm there. I mean, not a bad spell either. 4 points in the chains.
Sure.
Debilitating.
Oh, Haste Rune, Malrine.
I mean, what's killing Falcons right now is the vision game from Liquid was really good. They got a lot of deep wards out. They did deward that mid ward, but they still have 2 more in this jungle area. Another one behind the bottom tier 1 that's kind of scouting that shop. Very hard to make moves when you have this much vision on the map. It's like you're going to smoke, get caught by the ward, kill that ward. Smoke again. Well, you smoked on another ward, you're going to have to kill that one. Just slows the game down. They are looking bottom. They want the Wind Ranger again.
Got the grab on him, and he's so far away from his tower. You can win run, but you still got the mill there, and Insania, again, is going to come in far too late to help anything and just add another kill to Falcons. So value for Falcons. Mid tower does end up going down here, but bad trade-off all around for Liquid.
The mobility of this Furion has been so pivotal for Falcons and what they're doing around the map, particularly punishing this Wind Ranger. A 4th death for Mickey. Probably wishes he was the one playing the Furion in this game. And he's feeling the pain of this hero, and that's going to be a free Tormentor for Falcons. Get another shard up, extend this net worth lead. It's building quite fast right now with the confidence they have behind the Primal Beast BKB timing. And that's another decent shard to get here. I mean, Snake King's net worth continues to grow.
Big boy. 5,800 net worth on both the supports of Falcons. Meanwhile, Insania is poor.
Not the ideal trajectory for this 5 clockwork. Again, a product of those early fights, just not going enough of Liquid's way. Like, even wasn't good enough for them to pull out an advantage in this position.
That's a ward that should be scouted. Due to lane ward, they saw Boxy running up, so they should have an idea. Something going on up there.
There's the BKB for the Furion, so Falcons are ready to fight. They can absolutely take anything right now. They would love for Liquid to run into them, or for them to just maybe force Roshan. Setting the gank up top where their vision's located.
Yeah, how capable is Liquid of ratting the map and dodging fights? Because I do not see a way they win a fight right now.
Your Ember is your best tool at that, right? Use the fact that Nisha's pretty tough to catch an all-in unless you get a really nice setup.
I mean, they still have the blink grab from the Primal into telekinesis. I guess the disables kind of stop there unless you get a snowball punch.
I mean, you can do it. It's just, it's not worth risking moving that many heroes across the map when you can just keep farming.
Sure.
And I mean, that's modern Dota. It's just, you have to weigh all these moves by what you could be doing, which is clearing off 30 camps.
We've seen this meta. A lot of players are getting earlier and earlier refreshers. What do you make of this? I mean, this is going to be a 3rd item refresher for Malrine over, Aghanim, Scepter, Shivas, anything like that.
I think it's mostly in these games where the early BKB is so powerful, just jam 2 of them in the early fights, and you're just invincible. There's nothing you can do. The all-in potential from just committing a double ult onto a target to win you a fight is also quite strong.
Ooh. Nisha, that was the move right there. We had all the disables in one spot. His spidey sense is tingling though. Jumps back to his remnant.
I mean, this smoke is still coming through. Give a pipe Lotus Timbersaw to back the play up. That's a lot of utility this early in the game.
It might just be the Wind Ranger again instead. They spot Insania, they'll go for it. Smoke was running a little long. They'll take what kills they spot on the map.
The follow-up burst off this Pulverize is insane.
Oh yeah.
I think it's another reason the early refresher is going to be good here. Like, you get 2 of these, you get so much follow-up. Not a lot Liquid can do to stymie that play, except hook shot in on the Primal while that's going off. Which, so far, has not been the case. And that's just straight into Roshan. Drinking Buddies helps you out here. You can give this Aegis to a number of heroes here. Give it to Skeeter, though. That's my bet.
What is this Wind Ranger going to do? Because it hasn't accomplished hardly anything so far in the first 25 minutes. And I don't know when that timing is going to come in where I feel good about this Wind Ranger carry.
Get BKB and assassinate the Furion. I mean, that's still your best game plan. The problem is Aegis.
Yeah, that ruins.
This is why giving Aegis to Falcons feels really bad, because now you kind of have like 3 lives in theory to play with this Furion. You're never going to get through 2 of them. He's not going to hold buyback because he has Aegis, so.
And they're able to be even more aggressive in their map play of, you know, pushing in all 3 lanes. Put the Furion out on an island somewhere.
It's the downside of this pick. If you don't play that early game really well, if you don't get ahead and you are the one looking for kills around the map, you're not going to farm as fast, you're not going to pressure the lanes innately, even if you're in the jungle. You're going to lose some map control. You're going to have to pull it back with some really nice executional plays where you bring these tanky cores down just off the chain stunning mechanics, which we really haven't seen Liquid group up to try and do yet. Like, I don't even remember the last smoke for them in this game. It must have been 10 minutes ago.
Is there ever an idea of saving smokes for other timings?
For
you know, like stockpiling them?
I mean, you don't want to just blow through them because you have them.
Sure.
Like, you absolutely want to use them at the right points in the game for the right moments. And I don't think there's been a reason for Liquid to smoke. I'm just pointing out as a fact of their game has tremendously slowed down. Like, they've been in a position where those smoke opportunities don't exist. That's bad news for the Wind Ranger.
Yeah, in games like this, I feel like Liquid starts looking like more of an ordinary team.
Oh, 100%. You take away their best strength, which is, in my opinion, being able to connect the fast plays that Boxy sets up, that Mickey sets up around the map, outnumber you, take that advantage, and just end the game at 35 minutes. They are not going to end this game at 35 minutes. They're going to be struggling to survive this game at 35 minutes.
Aghanim Scepter up next for the Underlord. He is still the highest farmed hero for Team Liquid, but I just struggle to see how that's going to change the nature of the fights. There's still going to be a BKB problem running around. Falcons get a little bit of vision there on the Dark Willow. Force Staff, and away he goes. Malrine not seeing the opportunity to stop the TP, I guess.
Honestly, if I'm Liquid, I feel like I'm telling Saberlight to start scaling in this game.
That's what I was thinking. I feel like we actually need the Underlord to be more of a full-on physical damage dealer.
Yeah, we've seen ATF do this, in fact, right, from that offlane Underlord that he loves.
Yeah.
You can turn this hero into a right-click carry. We've seen people play it as a right-click carry this year.
I mean, you were calling it from the jump. 0-0-0 all stats.
It's the way. It could have been the way, you know?
All right, more items. Aghanim Scepter is done for the Underlord, sure, but now the refresher for Malrine.
I think Liquid are prepared to fight. They have their big core items. It doesn't get much better than this. You have the BKB Wind Ranger, Kaya Sanj Ember, Ags Underlord. Like, you just hit that triple timing.
28-minute Wisdom Shrine is going to come up in Falcons.
I don't know if you want to force
for it.
Going uphill like this could be deadly. You do have the refresher on Malrine, giving them a lot of confidence right now.
Oh, if they can pick off Wind Ranger right away, though, that would make it a whole lot easier. The pick comes out from the Aghanim Center. BKB does go down. Malrine with a refresher. Gets grabbed onto the Wind Ranger, and there goes the damage. It's gone. The Wind Ranger's out. The refresher coming in clutch from Malrine, and all Liquid can get is a pittance out of it. They get crit, sure. They've done that before. Get crit, bad trade all around.
saw the execution there at the start. You got the hook shot through on the Primal. You disjoint the all-in on the Wind Ranger. Mika gets BKB off, but he doesn't keep his distance from the Beast. Just grabs him a second time, that refresher. Proving its worth immediately after the pickup here.
You know, it's so funny. I was actually gonna say that. Imagine Nisha's surprise when he gets grabbed by this Primal Beast, and they stop the grab, and then Malraine's okay. I'm just gonna refresh and do it again, because if you hook shot the first one, what are you gonna do about the second one?
I mean, one of these cores is gonna be in danger no matter what. That's kind of the beauty of the itemization here. Yeah, we'll look at snaking on the backside.
Yeah, that was a nice pickup. Unfortunately, yeah, that kill was worth 900 gold. Yeah, that's a lot of gold. It also means you're really far behind.
Yes.
29 minutes, a 20,000 net worth lead for Falcons. That is going to be the end of the first Aegis for them, but I would say highly successful.
I mean, they got, what, 10K out of this Aegis almost? Yeah. That is an insane lead take off that first Roshan. And now you're going to get into some of those luxury items that are going to make the pathway difficult for Liquid here. Because you get an MKB up on this Furion, this Wind Ranger's even more susceptible. You get Shivas or Ags up on that Primal, he's just solo killing you. He doesn't even need the backup anymore.
Yeah.
You're going to have more items coming in from this Timbersaw. That's a scary part of this game for Liquid. I think you can rat it out a bit and push it into the ultra late, where some of the Ember Underlord scale can potentially kick in. But you're going to have to find some kills in this game. Like, you cannot let Falcons just continue farming the map. Got to get aggressive here, even without some of the vision to do it. They are smoking up, looking for a 30-minute power rune. Not the biggest one, but they might find Malrine. No refresher for 7 seconds.
He's got a BKB. So the danger here for Liquid is, what does the turnaround look like? They actually go up to crit. Got him with the shackle. He's locked down. Insania tries to keep Malrine at bay with the cogs. It does cost him his life, though. Falcons take the trade 1 for 1.
I don't think you're chasing there. You use focus fire on that Rubik, so...
he used focus fire on the Rubik? Okay.
Yeah, you got to respect that.
That says a lot about Liquid's mindset for this game. Take what you can and get out.
If you're picking 100%, he's not found a lot in this game. Did get the Shiv, though. A nice pickup for him.
Good Shiv pickup. He also almost has Daedalus, so the damage is... It's getting there. I mean, but there will always be an answer from Malrine.
Yeah, you should not underestimate the damage, but you should be confident taking fights into him with the amount of disables you have.
Yeah.
And the damage. But that said, if he does somehow land a clutch shackle and get to focus fire a target for 5 seconds in that fight, like, you can kill anyone in this game.
For sure.
There isn't the big armor yet for the Primal Beast. Downside of this refresher build, you don't have that earlier Shivas/Ags for survivability. You are a little susceptible here. And there's no Blade Mail build up here either.
Oh, like this. Snake King grabs a gem. They're going to go for their Tormentor again. Looks like the timing isn't exact here, but it is free. So that gem will help close out the map. What will help expand the map for Team Liquid is the Aghanim Scepter for the Ember Spirit, which Nisha is currently trying to farm up. He's getting close.
Man, slowly scaling in this game.
Snake King living the life of luxury for a 5-position. A 5-position Tuss who's at 30 minutes going, yeah, I think I could probably get an Aghanim Scepter this game.
See, he's thinking about BKB versus Ags, and I don't know, Snaking, he's not the greediest man sometimes.
That's true.
He'll play for the team. Now, off-lane Snaking, that was...
that was something.
There's the Ags for the Ember. I mean, I think the itemization pathway for the Wind Ranger Ember is straightforward. I think the real one that's going to have to think about it here is the Underlord, right? How much do you try and push Saberlight into this carry Underlord versus utility Underlord as this game goes later and later?
I just have
he's going carry. He went Basher, eyeing Abyssal Blade.
Good. I have to believe that if you have this single target lockdown of Malrine, you cannot afford to put all your damage on the Wind Ranger.
I agree. You need to be able to pick it up here versus Tricore. And I think this is the way to do it. I mean, this is an Underlord that can take the fight to the Furion, right? Like, it's not impossible in the late game. It is a carry matchup we've seen players pick
Do you agree with Basher before the AC?
That part I don't know about. You're lacking a little survivability here. That said, you are against 2 magic damage cores where AC isn't doing a lot for you.
3-on-3, smoke for smoke, and Falcons currently trailing Liquid. Whether they know it or not, they're going to break now and get the jump forward from Maureen. He gets the grab on the clockwork, but he didn't go for the Wind Ranger. The Wind Ranger, he's trying to get away from Maureen. Refresh, gets the grab onto him now. Pulls them together off the run. He's just gone, man. He's just burst down so quickly.
You got to Uber out of there.
Yeah, Saberlights, I'm out of this one. Not good. Liquid. Nisha and Boxy. Boxy likely to die here as well. And Xenia with the buyback is going to try and save Boxy's life. Still stuck inside the shards. He goes for TP away.
Oh,
Snowball through him. What a play from Snake King. Blinking forward. Maureen's almost dead. They're so committed to get this one kill, but they just can't seem to.
He's on Remnant. He has one more.
One more to make the run.
Another one.
But now here comes Amar. His Aghanim Scepter is about to explode. Oh, the cogs and push them away right before the shield was going to explode right in Liquid's face. Insania, a clutch cogs play, but it still does not repair the damage done. Falcons win yet another one.
Just salvaging a ruined team fight. The second that Wind Ranger's gone, it's just so much damage out the window. So hard to stand your ground, even in all these pits that are a nuisance. Falcons bailing each other out. They have a lot of utility with the double four-staff Lotus Pipe. Snowball, it's just so much to bail out a core that's starting to get focused down from Liquid. And Mickey just can't keep his distance. I mean, that's the name of this game, right? Like, the Wind Ranger cannot keep away from this Primal Beast. Like a dog to a bone.
Yeah.
He's just chewing on him. He needs something, man. He needs Hurricane Pike or Ags or something to kite these fights out. Does have the data list now. I mean, the damage is there, but can't use it.
Yeah, how do you stay away from double onslaught? Double BKB, double onslaught. You're going to get grabbed.
And the first one went into the clock there. It didn't even get him.
It wasn't even a good initiation. But Falcons, so far ahead, does not matter.
They're going to dodge another game. Their map read has been really good this game one.
Yeah, seriously.
Liquid just cannot find them. And I think a big portion of it is this Furion, right? Giving you that hidden map control with the ults constantly going out. There's another one. It's just going to push the lanes in, get information. They can play super defensive here with a 30k network lead. Like, they don't have to take risks to get farm on the map right now.
Yeah.
It's so hard to make these connections if you're Liquid.
Roshan did swap over to the other side. Liquid immediately, that's why they were out on the map in the first place. They were trying to contest a Roshan, but it was a late spawn. It was going to be bottom. Late spawn ends up pushing it to top. A lot of wasted time for Liquid, decent amount of farming time. Falcons picked up 2K just purely off of that movement.
They got Treant sitting in the pit, so not worried about that objective.
Nope, not at all. And Maureen, he's like, you know what? That fight went really well the last time I got the... Oh, what a rock! What a hit from Maureen. An ability that very rarely gets a highlight like that. But Maureen, the Primal Beast expert.
Nails him. That's a dieback for the clock. It's just a free Roshan for Falcons right now. They want to land into it.
Watch that one again. Kobe. Oh, it looks like they got Saberlight on the other side of the map. Saberlight is trying to give them some semblance of map here to play with, but his BKB is not a reliable escape.
Too much map control. Too much vision to play with. Not enough for Liquid to scout these moves. None of theirs have worked. They are just getting confined this game. It's going to be another free Roshan. Luckily, it's only the second one here.
Level 25 for Skeeter. And Amar almost has his level 25 as well. I mean, this is just going to be an overwhelming timing. Even with the high ground defense, I fail to see how Liquid can win a fight.
The advantage is insane. Massive 13 level advantage. You have almost level 25s on the cores. You have an insane front line with this Timber Primal.
Hey, there's one more counter. Maureen, Pyrrhic Cloak against the Wind Ranger.
Yeah, why not? I mean, that's just insult to injury here.
Radiant's middle tower.
That's actually a really good point. That, like, carry Wind Ranger, whether or not it's viable, sure, but, like, the Pyrrhic Cloak makes that carry way less reliable.
I mean, you're playing Wind Ranger in a Pyrrhic Cloak Blade Mail meta.
Yeah.
Not the most fun.
Okay. Maureen's just... He's finding them effortlessly at this point. He wasn't even trying on that one.
Should also mention this Zags on the Primal is going to break the Underlord, so
Yep.
That kind of hurts your ability to go in here and
true.
fight if you're Saberlight. A lot of issues trying to scale into this late game if you're Liquid, especially for this position. You get this BKB forced.
Oh no, Saberlight stuck! Oh god! A BKB that does nothing against Skeeter's physical damage, and now here's Malreed! Deja vu! Got a grab onto the Wind Ranger. Mickey's dead. Nisha's he's trying to do what damage he can, but there's no hero that's going to be low enough. The pit that has caught him, Crit steals the pit and uses against Nisha's Ember.
That's just the game.
That is
40K
done.
lead, nothing going for this Wind Ranger pick. Liquid just completely outclassed in this game one, honestly. It felt like Falcons took their gameplay and used it against them. And I do not think we're going to see this Furion in their hands game two. Like, this is a hero either team is going to first pick or it's going to get banned. You've seen the win rate this tournament. This is going to make this hero, what, 21-4? Wait, what? At some point, the statistics, it's not even about the stats line. It's they're screaming in your face.
Yes.
The Sven has to gap close, the Beast has to gap close, and this Razor is a gap close oriented hero. And then you have Warlock who can interrupt with Golem drop into like maybe upheaval way later on, but you have this Queen of Pain with Sonic Wave plus daggers. You have Bat Rider with Lasso, the Flame Break bounce back. You have TA traps you have to run over that can maybe scout you, and then you have this Stampede plus potential cart in the late game. That's a lot of kiting mechanisms across all 5 heroes. It feels like Liquid knew what Falcons want to do with this lineup and have counteracted it nicely on paper. It's just going to come down to execution, and particularly that man right there in the mid lane, Nisha. We need a bigger game out of him in this game too on this Queen of Pain. Really powerful hero, really good against what Falcons have. If you can kite them out, particularly deal with this Razor, shut him down in the fight. But he's going to have to deliver better than he did in that game one.
Now, what'd you make of the coach interview? We heard Blitz say that he feels like the series doesn't really start until both teams get a chance at first pick. Being a drafter yourself, do you agree with that philosophy? Do you think that's cope?
I think in certain metas it's 100% true.
Okay.
In
this meta?
It's harder for me to tell because I'm not into those scrim lobbies, like feeling the weight of the first pick. But from my point of view, I think the better teams have mostly been able to overcome that deficit. Like, we've seen a lot of 2-0s this event, right? And generally you don't see that many 2-0s if the first pick burden is that severe. However, I do trust his judgment. Like, if it's also could be a team-specific thing. At certain points for certain teams, that first pick weighs really heavily. And at other points you're like, yeah, I don't really care about it because I feel like the meta's opened up more. So we could also just be at a point in the meta where for Liquid that feels really constricting. And they rather have it one way versus the other. And I think this draft does look a lot more comfortable for them in terms of what it does versus Falcons. I will say, though, on paper, like, does this look like a Liquid lineup to you? You need to look at the 5 heroes. Like, if I showed you these 5 heroes blind, would you guess this is a Team Liquid match?
I actually don't see what you're referencing. I feel like, yeah, Safe Flame Templar Assassin is very Liquid.
Well, outside the TA.
Okay, Saberlight with an aggressive offlaner. Yeah, that kind of works, fits into Centaur. Yeah, I think it's...
I think construction-wise, yeah.
It's a pretty aggressive line. But what part do you not feel like is very Liquid?
I don't know, my gut read is just the Warlock Bat to me.
Okay, the support duo,
yeah, I feel like
sure.
I haven't seen them play this support duo that much. Like, it fits their style. Again, it's an aggressive playmaker for Foxy and kind of the saving backline support for Insania. But I feel like more times I see the Oracle or, like, he's played the Treant, right?
Yeah. Whoa, Mickey's going back to it. Even though all the damage has been drained from him, he's still going to try and hit and kill Amar. That's not going to work out at all. It's just a first blood double for Falcons.
They did not get this lane push into the pull, into the equilibrium control they were looking for, and now you're just in a situation where you're manning up against a Razor who gets a full duration link off the level 1 link. I think a fun time.
Maybe there was a chance you could do that if you do it from the jump, right? From the moment he links you, maybe you just take that fight and force him off of you.
I mean, look where this lane is now, too.
Like, it's bad.
Brutal for Mickey. And I do think the one thing Falcons have going for them in this draft setup is the lanes look good for them. Because you get this Razor against the TA. This is a matchup that I'll be honest, I'm a little more confident in ATF's ability to understand it than Mickey's. Obviously, we just saw him get first blood. But as good as Mickey is on the TA, I just don't think people beat ATF on this hero unless you cheese him out of the lane.
Yeah. There's something about this Warlock Fatal Bonds pushing in the wave
Yeah, it's
constantly. It feels really bad against Razor.
You have to get pulls off, right? You have to push this wave, pull, force the Razor into like the awkward part of the tree line where he's half HP and you can man fight him even versus a Link. So the fact they got caught in that bad trade early kind of sent this lane into a rough position. Amar already level 3. Maybe he can continue to take advantage of it. See what he can offer. I also like the Falcons went back for the Sven against the Centaur. We saw them do this earlier in the tournament, and this hero chunks, man. It's a tough matchup for the Centaur because you can get jumped and burst really easily. It's not a hero that builds a lot of natural armor. Yeah. He double early ring for Saberlight, just trying to get some little bit up, but this hero doesn't get armor on.
But look at this rotation. Trying to get aggressive. Balrine was doing so well in the lane. His CS was fantastic. Ooh. But tries to do too much with the lead that he had. And Boxy there with the punish.
Gotta respect the kiting potential off of this Liquid lineup. Like, when you commit in these fights, you have to commit, get those kills. You can't just get caught in these positions where you get hit by the dagger, you're slowed down, you're chasing someone. We're already seeing in this laning phase. Gotta respect the kiting potential. And Mahler, like you said, he was winning that mid lane pretty handedly. He was in a really good spot, did not need to go for that play. Threw a lot back Nisha's way.
Yeah, I mean, he dies and he's still up on net worth. Goes to show just how far ahead he was.
I mean, maybe he just kills him here too, though. Out of bottle charges, gotta go for the water rune. You still have the axe stacks on you. All right.
Nisha kind of reading what was going on. He put the dagger on the boar to make sure the boar wouldn't be able to. You could kill the boar if it sat on the rune. Snaking, run down underneath tower. He falls. Skeeter can't do anything for the rebuttal.
Nice start for Boxy here, getting kills on multiple lanes, helping out the mid, swinging top Saberlight's way. Can always go back for stacks on this Bat Rider as well.
Ooh, same time, 5 positions on both side lanes under the gun.
Another fast start for Falcons. Doing really well in this laning phase. And I mean, it shows you how far ahead Malrine was. He died, and he's still top CS / effective net worth in this early game. Off of a bad death. That's just crazy.
Indeed. Still is that, Avery. Thank you very much for that extra input. Nisha almost dead. He's playing the margins here. Oh, what a hit from Snaking! Surprise! A Nether Ward dropped right as Nisha used some spells.
Oh, how do you see you getting value out of that early on?
How do you
kill
get
threat?
Assassinated by a Nether Ward? I've never seen that before. Mickey, blocked in by the ice shards. Very nice. And yeah, the filth isn't going to save you here, Mickey. They have the Sentry laid out for you preemptively. He falls, and this rotation, it's coming out, but are they actually going to get anything for it? Snaking almost dies to Boxy. Meanwhile, the Quap blinked out after Amar, but an easy TP away.
TP for what? I mean, you don't have Sonic Wave. There's no turnaround potential there. This feels like a forced move. Are Liquid crumbling, Austin?
I
Are
think
they crumbling right now?
They might be.
This is going to be your exit from EWC in a disappointing position if you can't start to get some more momentum going. Because you look at this CS chart right now, and you look at what ATF has gotten out of this laning phase. We have seen him just take games over with the Razor. Like, I don't care if he's playing into a bunch of counters. The man is the Razor Master. He's just going straight in.
And it's Warlock can do nothing to stop this. Like, what if anything, he might die if he sticks around for too long.
This is a feeding frenzy. You got to get out of this lane. You got to go jungle. TA can jungle. Not the worst, but this is the worst. This is the Omega worst.
Oh, yeah. Double kill for Amar.
Go double jungle. Go double jungle. Just abandon the lane.
Fatal Bond's a neutral creep camp. See what happens.
There is no hope for you here. You lose these early waves on Warlock, you are in big trouble. We are seeing it play out. An absolute feeding frenzy on the bottom lane for Liquid. What are they? They're a combined 0-6 before the Wisdom Shrine spawns.
Liquid. Slow start to this playoff phase, not what you want to see. We've had 2 teams already who topped out their group and have been eliminated in the quarterfinals. Liquid might just make it 3. Roar, early roar used. Not enough to get a kill. Sonic Wave goes out alongside the Fatal Bonds. A burst damage.
Oh, he's alive.
Dimps, it's not enough. How much HP was that? That was low double digits.
Another rotation for Liquid that doesn't work. And perhaps
a stomp on 2, flame break to push him away. Snowball pickup puts him right back on top of the Centaur for yet another kill for Falcons.
They are steamrolling this game.
They are.
And the all chat's coming out. You knew you were going to see it eventually here.
Yeah.
Maureen feeling himself.
The tips are just not enough. They don't have enough tips. Got to throw in some all chat too.
I mean, to be fair, this net worth chart doesn't look that bad for Liquid if you remove the Razor advantage.
Yeah.
No, well, let me back that statement up. I will say I think their draft is best equipped to deal with the Razor in this game.
Okay, sure.
Right? Like, they did directly answer him a lot. So if you are going to give someone a start that you can deal with later, it is this Razor. That said, this is an incredible start for an incredible player on this hero. So you have a hill to climb here.
I mean, we've often talked about how gold fixes a lot of problems in Dota. Do you think that is there? Can he itemize out of the counter Liquid has presented?
We're going to find out. I think it's tough, honestly. Like, even though Omar's so farmed, you can't really itemize your way out of getting hit by Sonic Wave and it breaks your link.
Yeah.
Or Stampede breaks your link, right? Like, you can get faster move speed items up. You can become tankier, so you can help your team force objectives and just continue to scale like a beast.
Another roar, Hawk. It landed at an awkward time, but Maureen with the haste room. The Stampede is only going to last so long. Maureen, where you going, Nisha? Where you going?
Nowhere fast. That's going to be a lot of pressure on this tower as well. This is a Pugna who can help you put some objective pressure on early if you kick heroes off the lane. And there have definitely been some heroes kicked off this laning phase for Liquid. Top 3 positions going Falcons' way. Tower's starting to fall. Nobody can enter bottom. No pressure onto this Sven. The Bat Rider had to jungle. At least Boxy's level 6. I mean, he's had the best game here of anybody on Liquid. Yeah, so look to him to make something happen.
He's the only one who can play Dota right now. Blood Grenade to slow down Snake King. Got him on lasso. Pulling him back into the flames. And Nisha will be... Okay, he doesn't get the last hit. It still goes to Boxy.
He missed the uphill hit on the ward. He didn't get the last hit.
Oh, okay.
That's demoralizing.
Yeah, it is demoralizing, man.
That's even Gaben doesn't want you winning this game.
10-minute power run. We'll see if the bad luck continues.
I'm just going to drop this bottom tower to the Razor solo. Not a good feeling, but better than going back here and trying to do anything. At least your TA can jungle. A great jungle hero. And
oh no! Maureen denies the rune that Liquid would have gotten.
All the little things going Falcons' way right now. Do you have ults up on the Liquid supports? We saw the lasso use mid, but you have Golem available for Insania. Already popped that Grimoire. Probably not the best value out of it, but it does get you to the ult here.
No.
And if you can get a big core kill off this, give you some momentum back in this game. You have all your other ults available as well, right? Stampede, Sonic Wave, Golem. Definitely a capability to make a good play, and we see Skeeter off the map. Yeah, he's just going to bail out of there.
I like that. I sometimes feel like when you're up, as well as Falcons is off the laning phase, sometimes you get tempted to defend those towers you just shouldn't.
No reason to risk it when you're going to get bottom tower for free and probably mid tower for free in this game.
Yeah.
Like, Snaking can just blast it. So you have the map. You don't need to fight every objective here, especially when your Sven is cruising, right? He got strength up top. He took the Ancients out. He TP's mid, straight into the jungle. He's going to have another God strength here in 50 seconds. No reason for Skeeter to try and fight that without the ult. And, I mean, you're looking at where this Razor is, like, he is big, bad, and he's going to have a fast Manta or BKB in this game, depending on what ATF feels he needs first. This is where all that gold lead can go for the Razor. Like, you get a faster Yasha up, you have more move speed around the map, you can play more aggressive, you can get those links for longer in the fight. It's your best
3-level advantage over Mickey. And Mickey, okay, they've got a Mar caught in the corner.
Oh, he's stuck.
Mar's in trouble. They're going to drop the golem. They're going to drop everything they have because this Razor is dangerous. They have the lasso on him. He's trying to get heals. Heals. It's not enough. Okay,
that was
close call. He almost got Mickey because of the heals from Snaking, and Snaking in turn almost killed Boxy.
They got him, though. They got him. I mean, that's a massive kill.
Inches and seconds away from Falcons, making that an even trade-off, but it does go the way of Liquid. A big boost for them, and especially for Mickey, who at that point, like, he was left with like 2 neutral camps. He was so pushed back on his lane.
Needed the levels too.
Yeah.
Unlucky for him, the streak went to his support instead of himself, but once more, Boxy's game improves, right? 3-0-2 for this bat. He got the plus 500 off that Razor streak. And I will say that kill is what Liquid were looking for in game one. Numbers advantage, making a quick play, getting some pickoffs, finding momentum. The fact that Falcons don't have global support to bring into that play makes a huge difference. Imagine if the Furion shows up to that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Completely different story. So Falcons are going to have to be a bit more disciplined in this game compared to that first one in terms of who they're showing where and how aggressive you play solo on the map, because you don't have that global capability to bail you out. Much more static lineup this time around until you group up for objectives. That's where they're going to punch hard.
That Aghanim Scepter almost done on Malrine. That punch, it's coming. Blink Dagger for Boxy, though. Man, what a game he's had, considering really how bad a game Liquid has had overall. The fact that he gets pre-14-minute Blink Dagger, but is he going to be able to do much with it? Saberlight may have to use the Stampede here. May not get an opportunity to even run away with that Stampede. Stampede might. Oh, they were looking at Maul. Oh, man, he sees the fire. He's out of here. He's not going to get caught by this Blink Dagger, at least not yet.
A bad time to die on that Centaur when your bat's making the Blink reveal play.
Yeah, if you're free, you use that Stampede 2 seconds later. It could be a Blink grab on a Malrine, Stampede pull him way out of position. Slow down the Aghanim Scepter timing. A lot of things could have happened for Liquid there, but because Falcons take the step first mover's advantage.
This is like one of those games where everything around you is just crumbling.
Yeah.
And you have to put blinders on if you're Boxy right now. You're like, game's going fine. Am I safely in one? My mid's doing great. I got stacks up. I got fast blink. Everybody's chilling, right, guys? You just mute the call.
No, even worse, you get awkward silence out of your teammates.
Well, I mean, Zai used to do that. He used to literally mute the TeamSpeak when he played with them. So maybe there's a common trend here, you know?
There's that lasso. Does not find the core kill they were looking for. Can they get the support kill? This is not easy. A snowball away. Crit's out of here.
Not the best damage follow-up on that play. When it's a Centaur with, 2-point stomp, 2-point double edge, max return.
Yep.
His support's already so tanky because they have so many levels. No easy targets on this map, and this is a classic Falcons game. Not as fast-paced as game one, but they are just farming up the map off a lane win. This is when they're scary, because they are going to farm into those early defensive items.
Close call with the Ags. Even a solo Beastmaster might be able to kill that Quap.
This is time for Malrine to exert pressure on the map, though, and if you get enough space, you can translate this into Roshan off the back of the God Strength. So if you're Liquid, you can't give up too much.
TA trap, spots Malrine, but they got him on the Hawk!
They don't want the damage for
Okay,
him.
the Golem is going to slow this down, but Nisha, he didn't blink away.
Why didn't he blink?
He opted for even the dagger. I figure you would have Sonic Waved if you're going to throw anything there. All right, well, that just means 2 for Falcons.
Maybe they can still chase him down there with the move speed with the Razor, but just a small misstep adds to the compounding factor here that, I mean, Liquid are a little bit on tilt, it feels like.
Yeah.
Outside of Boxy.
Of course, Boxy, blinders.
Yeah, early Halberd on the Centaur, kind of interesting item build up here. Pretty nice game for it.
Yeah, that gives you, like you were talking about how the matchup between Sven and Centaur goes. That's got to help, Heaven's Halberd.
Yes.
Does that actually let him live, though? Especially since it no longer gives you the mischance it used to.
Yeah, it's a lot worse in this matchup because you rather have the evasion than the block. Like, the block is not nearly as useful here. The disarm's still good if you can get it out, but Sven is a BKB buyer. He buys it early. Normally I'd say this Halberd looks fine in this game, but I think the BKBs for Falcons are going to come out pretty fast. You might not get that many fights with it.
Yeah, it might be one of those games where it's good on paper, but realistically you're too far behind for it to be impactful.
And it's just kind of a dead item in your inventory. I mean, of course, he built it up here, so it's not that much expense on top of everything else, but we'll delay that blink a little bit. Boxy getting aggressive.
Whoa, blink backwards. Not going to lasso.
Wanted none of that.
Is under attack.
That said, this is another play for Liquid where they have ults up, right? They have that level 2 Sonic Wave. They had Lasso.
They know this play is coming from the other side, snaking. They've got a ward. Still maybe going to get caught by it? He is.
He's gone.
Oh, yeah, Lasso.
Team is close by.
Yeah, they are. Snaking's not going to go down easy.
Okay, this is awkward.
Skeeter waiting for his opportunity to make a jump. Crit's already there. Sonic Wave goes out. Snaking still not dead. He got another one. Man, his heal is just too annoying
The man
for
just drains.
Liquid. Somehow the Stampede did allow Liquid to disengage without losing anybody.
I mean,
But I think that's only because God's Strength wasn't used.
brother, you ganked the 5 position with 3 heroes, and you had to bail.
You dropped 2 ultimates on him? Yeah.
That is not a good sign. You got to make these Sonic Waves count in this game. That's your ticket back. This spell can always find big targets and give you the kill threat. You run into a Pugna and you got to bail after using that? May as well just give up the whole map at this point. Kiss that Roshan goodbye. I mean, you're going to need every ult in the tank to contest that if Falcons try and force the issue. And these BKBs are coming out so fast for this Beastmaster and this Razor. This is some old school Falcons right here. Game 1, we saw the new school. This is the old school.
Yes.
The lane went into the I farm BKB timing, and then I end the game. And you can't fight me.
This is a super scary team if they are showing you 2 different styles like this. Don't envy anybody who has to play them in a single elimination the way they're cooking right now.
Still some decent timings here for Liquid if they can rally around the Desolator on the TA. Blink almost there for Mickey as well.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of fighting power with double Blade Mail before the Sven has BKB. Like, that's the one BKB that's going to be the latest here. So if you can use those Blade Mails to take an early fight here and get a Roshan with this Deso, it absolutely can be just straight back into this game.
Amar, he's found a tasty little treat. Instant TP wet, but there's too much damage thanks to an amp damage. And Malrine on the other side solo kills Nisha.
Oh, man. Getting solo killed like that, it's going to give Falcons so much map pressure here. Take this free tower top. You can go back into the Roshan. Foxy may be looking for something, but without the Queen of Pain, do you have damage follow-up on any of these plays? Got to bring the TA into it, and that's risky, bringing Mickey into these random skirmishes.
There were so many
Oh,
wards.
look at this ward. I mean, Falcons, they have to be wanting to jump this right now.
Yeah.
They're going to back off.
They actually respect it. Smoke backwards into their Watcher.
I'm surprised they're not fighting on this ward.
I think they've got it because they have another ward on the Tormentor. I mean, they effectively have this Liquid squad surrounded in vision. Now they're going to make their move. Mickey blinks backward. They see him on the ward. And they'll just push out the
there. That was very close. They might have seen that on the edge.
Got the lasso pullback onto the toss. Instant Sonic Wave to burst him down. Now the jump onto the Pugna as well. Somehow Liquid, despite all the information in the world being there for Falcons, they still get hit by the smoke.
Linger too long without making a play up here. Liquid take advantage of it. Once more, Boxy leading the charge. And they're going to get this Tormentor. Not an objective. I think they had business getting up here with all the vision available for Falcons, but a slight misstep. That is a shard for the Warlock. Maybe not the most game-changing, but
no.
You took it away from Falcons. That's the important part here. And Falcons, they're doing Roshan, so they're not going to lose out too much pace here as the Beastmaster and the Sven go to work. They're looking for that last BKB on the Sven. Amar will be able to purchase his here. So you will have this triple BKB Aegis timing that is going to be real tough to deal with. Can rat out the map, though. You have Bat Rider to push some waves. You have Queen of Pain. You have the TA with traps.
Yeah. I think Falcons, they have some decent catch, though, at the same time.
The Tusk is nice in this scenario, for sure.
And then
But
the way that
I mean,
Sven is going along, he might go back to like that Silver Edge that we've seen.
I still think this game could be a lot worse for Liquid right now.
Yeah, I mean,
They're only down 5K. You did get to your big core items on the TA. I mean, Mickey is recovering. This hero always recovers. Strength at TA. Unless you end the game, he will farm his way back. And they still have some decent mechanisms to kite the BKB, right? Stampede, Sonic Wave, Lasso. Don't really care about him.
grab onto Amar. Huge pickup for Liquid, baiting out a power rune. A 5-man move that Amar didn't fully respect. That is kind of Falcons' MO when it comes to these sort of things, though. You get one of the cores, but there are 4 heroes farming out on the map, so.
We are going to have to start seeing some plays from Falcons. So, like, you can't be this defensive with your lead. It is going to shrink away. Liquid are going to find openings with Bat Rider in this game because you don't have the global map pressure from the Furion like you did in Game 1. They'll smoke up Maureen here. Blink available on the Beast definitely makes it a lot easier. See if they can connect on this smoke play, whereas Liquid have been pretty successful with this Bat Rider, honestly.
Oh, blink forward right as Falcons are making their move. They might be able to get 2 out of this one. Quick kill on a boxing. Now the jump forward, and the punch stops the TP away on Sableye as well.
2 for 1. Easy cleanup here for the Beast. Still has that Aegis for 3 minutes. This is going to translate into a push.
Said you wanted to see a move from Falcons? Well, you got one.
Yeah, Insania, you're going to have to get out of there. That is not a hero you're fighting, but does get the lane in.
And he now has levels of upheaval, so the Shard, he actually has a chance to use it. If he ever does, we'll see.
I mean, it is a good upheaval game.
Yeah. If you can get through the Blink Dagger initiations and the BKB usages.
Yeah, if you survive the first 10 seconds, so you can just sit there at upheaval. People underrate this spell. It's a really obnoxious spell for these lineups that can get kited out.
It's also sometimes interesting for a little bit of rat action, right? Sit somewhere on a lane, upheaval, summon a bunch of imps. Crit, I mean, they just keep going for him. They killed him a number of times in Game 1, and they continue to keep him in their sights in Game 2.
Falcons are waiting for that Sven BKB that just arrived, but they've given up some pickoffs in the meantime. They haven't grown this lead. Will their patience be rewarded? Because they've definitely played this period very defensively, believing in the BKB timing. And then you have to use it for something. I mean, you've had Aegis, and you really haven't grown your advantage here. This feels like one of those games where, like, you already know who the MVP is 5 minutes in if they win it, which has been Boxy, because
yeah,
he's going to get sniped here, but he has dragged them back in this game off a tremendous early game, and continuing to find these pickoffs just creates so much space.
Its early gem pickup is nasty when Maureen is nigh untouchable.
Yeah, it feels really good against the TA here.
Yeah, clear out the wards, clear out the traps. Make the map small for Liquid.
He still has this Aegis for a minute. This has felt like a really long Aegis period.
Lincoln's next for Amar. I mean, at this point, if they start getting Lincolns, how does Liquid start a fight?
This is Falcons' game plan, right? Their game plan is to just out-net worth you. We've seen them be pretty successful with it in the past. Can definitely be a factor here. You just override some of the strong spells on Liquid with overwhelming item advantage. Particularly refreshers. Like Refresher Razor would go a long way in this game.
For sure.
Refresher Beast in the late game would go a really long way as well, right? Because there's only so many spells you can throw out here if you're Liquid.
Smoke in and catch the bat.
Oh man, back-to-back pickoffs on Boxy. That's so big here. He was the only one giving momentum in this game to Liquid, and you took him off the map twice. Kind of ruined his game sense a little bit, took him off his momentum.
And Liquid don't really have that much kill potential, at least. It's hard to kill a hero fast enough without that disable on lasso, without that initiation. Both the supports have like kind of an answer, Snowball and the suck going on.
Yeah, you need both initiators up so you can go in with the lasso, get one of these supports, the other one shows, you jump him with the centaur like we saw top. That's kind of an ideal scenario. Or you're maybe getting this TA shard up at some point and you can deal with the Pugna a little bit off the traps. But the Bat Rider's a huge key component to being able to start anything in this game. And particularly find at least one of the supports reliably off the Stampede.
Back through the gate again. Liquid do seem to be maybe setting up a bait here. The team is kind of behind Saberlight. Are they close enough to help him when the jump comes, though?
He has a Lotus. Got to watch for these Lotus reflect stuns.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, the smoke's going to break instead. Skeeter, he runs into him. He blinks onto them for a second second pops his BKB, got straight, not sure where to go. He goes after the Quap, but he got lassoed up. The Quap's in danger though. Malrain puts him down, half HP. Oh, and Mickey, he can't quite finish him off. The Sven's on the run, they blink on him, they get the kill. Thanks to the crit. Now going after Snake King, who's trying to suck his way through with the Decrep fight. He's gonna live. It's gonna be the Templar Assassin who dies instead.
Dude, Snake King is a menace in this game.
He is.
They just cannot bring this Skelly boy down. Kind of a weird decrep. You do have to watch it here. He decrepped the Sven post lasso. As Gear was going to go in on the TA, so it kind of hurt the TA and the Sven, which ultimately is fine for Falcons because they have two other cores just cleaning up the fight.
That was such a wild initiation.
Yeah, it was all over the place. Incredibly clutch lasso. Like, you almost saved Nisha here because you dragged that Sven off of him.
Yep.
But like the whole time you're chasing down Skeeter, the Razor Beast have a free fight, and this is the tri-core problem right now for Liquid. You commit spells in, you take down one of these guys. So what? It's the head of the Hydra. It just keeps coming, it keeps spawning.
A triple threat with 5 different heroes that are difficult to kill. Liquid just can't get number advantage fast enough. And one of these cores, if not both, that are free are going to carry through the fight. We saw that, especially with the way the Malrain's almost hitting 20,000 net worth.
He is ginormous. He's level 23. Got a full AC, gunpowder gauntlet.
Looking for a roar again onto Nisha. It's just, Nisha is not getting to play Dota. Malrain has made sure of that.
They have the stuns to lock him down. They have the damage to burst him, and there's no real save in this lineup. Stampede can't get you out of these chain stuns. The menace that is Snake King continues to rout heroes on the map. His Pugna is good, honestly. He is one of the better support Pugna players this game has seen. They first picked it. Liquid felt like they had some answers, but the man is causing you problems right now. And the net worth is starting to become overwhelming. Like, we are getting to the point where Falcons are just going to build into the refreshers. It's going to be a refresher for the Razor next, a refresher for the Beast. And at that point, I don't know what you're doing in these fights if you're Liquid.
Yeah, we see Saberlight, his idea is to get Aghanim Scepter next, so when the Roar gets used on somebody, maybe he could bail them out. The Templar Assassin gets linked on by the Razor, maybe he can cart him away.
Oh, I like this idea.
Quick Roshan play? That's a move.
This is really bold, but you have to take bold steps to come back in this game.
Yeah, Nisha is putting his life on the line to try and make this happen. He shows on the mid wave, kills it, does not actually get ganked. Roshan's just about to swap over to the other side, but because the Templar Assassin knows exactly when Roshan spawned,
they would have been there in time. This was the correct call, but it feels bad.
Yeah, now Roshan's going to swap over to the other side and half problem stacking up for Liquid.
That is an insane rune timing.
Pike to break the link, sure. Maybe a stomp to slow down Amar, but instead it's going to be Malrain who's a threat. It's Crit that's a problem. It's Skater who's going to overwhelm you. All 5 heroes of Falcons are a problem, and all 5 of Liquid are dead.
They never got a chance to finish that Roche. Falcons waiting in the tree line. An aggressive blink from Nisha puts him in a vulnerable position, and he got triple stunned into nothing going off from this Queen of Pain. Is that like the 3rd fight where he's just never gotten a spell off?
I think it's like the 10th fight. I feel like that's just been Nisha's existence the entirety of this game.
There's just so many stuns to throw into him. There's not enough interrupt to bail him out. The Golem goes down, the Lasso goes down, there's a Stampede, and he's just sitting there getting chain stunned by BKB heroes. Such a brutal game for him. I mean, there's the Lincolns going out here. You lasso the Sven. It's as good as you're going to get. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah, they didn't even roar the Quap in that fight. He roared the Bat Rider on the lasso pullback.
Stormbolt into Snowball. And man, the cohesion has been on point for Falcons. Like, they are focusing targets down really well. Getting all their cores on top of the same guy. Yep. Not giving Liquid a lot of time to respond. And then even when one guy gets lassoed off of him, because you're all focusing the same target with everybody, you still are able to finish that guy off.
Yeah. And also, what was that blink forward in the first place from Nisha? I mean, considering how hard his game has been, the fact that he even, uses his blink in any precarious position whatsoever is, I don't know, it does kind of look like he's on tilt in this game.
It's been a rough one. It has been a rough one for Liquid. A lot of weight on him to carry this game, particularly with the start for the TA. I think that's maybe the roughest start we've seen for Liquid with this hero. I mean, Mickey does some damage, but it's not enough at this point. There's trouble coming for him.
Catching Mickey first is exactly what you want to see. The BKB didn't go out right away. Mickey did get away from some of that thanks to the Sonic Wave pushback of Nisha. But Mickey is kind of in the middle of nowhere, and Amar, late to the fight, will arrive just in time to catch Mickey on his blink back.
Yeah, remember me from the laning stage, my old friend? I'm here to drain you one last time. That's the best Sonic Wave connection we've seen, the best Bonds connection. Unfortunately, it's 30 minutes in this game, and your Bonds is just on a bunch of BKB heroes that can shrug off all the damage.
Yeah.
The refreshers are arriving.
Boxy, oh, could not get the Force Staff after the Tumbler Toy play there.
Man, what a series from Ballreen. He absolutely stepped up today.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, just dominated both games on some fast-paced gameplay. This game, too, I think could have been the slower game with the Beast versus the Primal. But he owned the lane. He just doubled Nisha up, even with the bad death. Didn't slow him down. Just took him to the cleaners.
Look at the AC. The drums are always going on this Beastmaster.
In fact, you already have 25 this early for that roar cooldown too. Not a BM pause.
Well,
let's get that out of the way. You know, they're not that bold. Maybe they are, but they're not going to do it here.
Mickey, I think he knows the end is coming. Might as well just have a little fun.
This was a beatdown, man. This was a beatdown.
And the push into the tier 3s. Falcons on the precipice of a 2-0 to get their revenge for last year's EWC. The elimination that they suffered at the hands of Liquid.
It's in their hands. I think this game is fully in their control now. They just went defensive. Didn't even go for the refreshers. Just went more scaling with more Lincoln Spheres, a Satanic for the Razor. Just going to be too much HP to get through here.
Yeah, another Satanic for Skeeters almost here as well. Like, there's too much HP to get through if you're Liquid.
Well, this is where you just smoke out and hope you can somehow find a lasso target on Razor? The Beast has Aegis, so...
Boxy, still got roared post-blink.
Doesn't matter.
Sorry, not going to work for you, Skeeter. He's got so much in the tank. He's just going to chase after this Queen of Pain. They're going to fight it out without Skeeter here. And, beautiful Decrepify from Snaking. Saves Crit. They lasso him. Finally, Crit will die. Mass buybacks going to come out from Liquid. They somehow managed to keep some of these heroes alive through TP's back. And, well, the Quap not quite dying to Skeeter.
Not the worst fight we've seen for Liquid this game. Not going to gain him much ground here. Didn't get the Aegis out of the Beast. You kept a couple people alive. You got a Tusk.
Yeah. Mickey got a little bit more gold to work with. I don't know.
Deso charge, you know?
Even if he can get the Lincolns, does this...
I don't think it changes much.
Does this change the fight? There's so many threats. Got the gem back.
It's true. There's a Vlad's on the Tusk. I mean, I like the armor stacking here. You have Decrep plus AC, Vlad's, Solar Crest, and of course the Sven Warcry.
Yeah.
It's so much armor for this TA to get through, and you have no minus armor synergy to help him do it.
Actually, when I say get the gem back, I think that was actually Falcons' gem. Don't see their gem in any inventories on the side of Falcons, so. Also,
yeah,
Liquid,
they have both gems right now.
Yeah. So that will make the TA traps a little bit more effective. Saberlight runs into Amar and then runs away.
Amp damage from Allreen. He's going to get smoked up here, walk down the mid lane, and slay anybody he finds.
Here he comes. Chain stunned and out of here. One big 2,000 damage crits.
Did he have to do that?
He did not.
Did he have to do that?
It sends a message, I believe you always say.
Yeah, that does send a message.
And that message says 2-0.
It's the writing on the wall right now.
Nisha doesn't actually get off the blade mail. Will be able to blink.
You know, Maureen, he could have refreshed there for the kill, but he's going to save it.
Lasso? Skeeter's like, come on, guys, man. Like, I get it. I'm the only person you can kill, but give it a rest.
Crit will walk that one off at least.
Yeah, thanks to his buddy snaking with decrepifying heals.
Get drained back up.
Like, Crit's like, I'm going to get my Lincolns, man. Lincolns for everybody.
Why not, dude? Just spam Lincoln Spheres in this game.
He gets a Brawny Pyrrhic Cloak. That's a great item for somebody who's been targeted so much.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Closing stages of this game and in this series for Falcons right now. And why wait for the next Roshan? Just force it. Overwhelming lead.
A stomp to lead things off, not the lasso jump. Doesn't have lasso yet. And no Mickey to take advantage of it.
I like how Amar is leading this siege. You know, he has a mid beast and a carry Sven. They're like, yo, go on the front line, bro. We'll back you up.
We're not tanky enough. You do it.
He's a 4,000 HP Razor. Satanic, Pyrrhic Cloak.
Moxie on the lookout. Got the lasso on the crit one more time.
Can he survive?
Nisha, he's on the low ground. That snowball is going to put Crit maybe out of danger here. Where's the Decrepify? Where's the save? Oh, the snowball Lotus back. It finishes him off. The stomp, beautiful stomp from Saberlight, hitting on a 2. That will bail out Nisha. He gets off a Blade Mail. Force Staff actually trying to get him. Oh, no, refresh. And now the roar onto Mickey is much more dangerous. Once again, the chain stun. Oh, 2,300 damage. Crit from Skeeter this time around. Liquid. There's just no chance, man. The little plays that they're trying to make here between the lassos and the force staffs and the saves. Falcons, an avalanche rolling over you, unstoppable. And Liquid getting swept up in it. It is Megas, it is Tier 4s. It is the end of the game, end of the line here for Liquid at EWC. GG is called, and Falcons, what a form to fight.